Hey there, we're coming to you live from Hooters of Pearland. If y'all are not here, come out and check us out. I'm H. Willhouse with this edition of Locked On Astros. Did Chas really do something that bad? Is there now the Chas slap instead of the Chas chomp? Will the Astros survive these next 3 games without Altuve? And Yordan Alvarez was seen taking swings in the batting cages before the game. So stay tuned for this edition of Locked On Astros.
Alvarez hits a high drive center field. Beerling's back. This game is turned upside down. There's the runner. Fly ball down the right field line. Tucker comes on. Kyle Tucker. This time they finish the job.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros, and we hope that you join us for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Huysman. You can find me on Twitter at Eric Talk Stros. Find the show at Locked On Astros, your team every day. Brett, where can I find you at?
They can find me at H.J. Willhouse on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me at Stros411 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Always positive, always Stros.
All right, so guys, this episode is brought to you by Game Time. Go ahead and download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. So thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day. Whether it's on YouTube, go and subscribe to us. Go ahead and make us your first listen on Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, and become what we call everydayer. Somebody that listens to our podcast, well, what? Every day. And so now we have some people over here listening to the podcast at Hooters and Pearland. And so if you want to come find a great place to watch the Astros game or watch the game or just come pregame, a lot of people come out here and pregame before they head out to Midway Park. This is a great experience. It just come out. It's just right off of 288 in the Pearland area. So go ahead and do that. So definitely yesterday's game was not what the Astros would have expected, especially after that Rangers series and then the Rocky series, but there were some good things that happened in that game. I know a lot of people are going to say Ronel Blanco did not pitch good, but that was not on him. There was a Chas slap, as we're going to call it, slapgate, whatever we're going to call that.
Slapgate.
So we'll talk about that pretty soon as well. And Jose Altuve, he's played 32 games this year, and now he's back on the IL. So what does that mean for the Houston Astros, and what roster moves were made to get Ronel Blanco on the active roster? And we know Julks is hot. How hot has he been? And then you kind of teased it earlier already. Alvarez, what's the update on him? So we'll talk about that on this special edition of the Locked On Astros podcast.
Yeah, definitely. I was at that game, and it was really kind of a sleeper. I mean, Ronel Blanco goes out there and gets his third consecutive start or third quality start out of his first 6 starts of his major league career, which is actually not a bad thing. You want your rookies out there wheeling and dealing when it comes to being on the mound. He did only give up 3 runs. The problem was outside of the Julks 3-hit game, you didn't really have much going on in the Astros lineup. Look, sometimes it's going to happen. They had won 4 in a row, Eric, and you like the production that they've had lately. Look, they went up to South Oklahoma, took 3 or 4 from the Arlington Strangers. That was nice to see. We love beating up on division rivals, but you would like to get these next 3 because this offense is missing Altuve. This offense is missing Yordan Alvarez, and it is just something that you can see the absence is, it is very glaring at this point. But I still think they got the horses in the barn to be able to help them. They are 49 and 39 right now. The Rangers lost yesterday, so that's the silver lining, Eric. They stayed within, 2 games of the division.
Right.
They could have been closer, but look, as long as the Red Sox take care of business, the Astros take care of business tonight. I think with Hunter Brown, he's actually pitching a little bit better than Castillo this year. So, I don't know. Like you said, I think there's some good things to take from it, but you definitely aren't going to win many games scoring 1 run against any major league team.
Yeah, the good thing is the Rangers are hitting some rough times right now. They're 4 in their last 10, and then the Astros are 7-3 in their last 10. So the Astros are definitely doing a little bit better at the moment. So, but the question is, how much will Jose Altuve being out hurt the team as a whole? And You're already without Alvarez, who was leading them in RBIs for a while there. I think some of the other hitters have actually caught up to him now. But with Alvarez out now, Altuve out again, this definitely is a big blow to the Astros lineup. And this was a oblique injury. They went ahead and did the MRI or whatever they do for it, and it was on the other side. So it's not a reoccurring oblique injury. It's just something that's not as serious. It's just something that he injured during batting practice. It's not something they're overly concerned about. He was not going to play in the Mariners series anyway, so why not just go ahead and put him on IL?
Right.
You needed to go ahead and activate somebody to pitch yesterday's game. We didn't know who it was until like maybe an hour before the game. So you had to, in order to call somebody up, you had to go ahead and have somebody go on IL, and that person was unfortunately Jose Altuve to get Ronel Blanco because Christian Javier is dealing with a bit of fatigue. And fatigue because he has not pitched this much in a season. And we've been talking about this and why the Astros should have stuck with the six-man rotation.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the injuries have been somewhat of a plague for the Houston Astros this year. If y'all recount 2022 being a near-perfect season on all accounts. But in another interesting twist of news, in AAA Sugarland, Corey Lee has an oblique strain. This is 3 oblique strains within a month. This is what I want to ask the Astros stretching and strength and conditioning coaches. Are your athletes flexible? Are you working their core muscles? Okay, I'm just saying, what is up with these guys hurting their obliques? That's 3 players. This is Corey Lee, who could change your trade talk or your trade pieces if you're looking to deal someone to get an arm in the bullpen to get an extra bat. So that kind of throws a kink in plans. No telling what Dana Brown has got going. But there's a lot on their plate right now. You got the oblique strains. You got the IL with Altuve. Sunday, we've got the draft, Eric, and Dana Brown, what is he going to do there? We have the 28th pick. And so there's a lot of cool things going on. Yes, you can look at the injuries. Yes, you can say the sky's falling like some people have. But at the end of the day, the Astros have really done a great job managing the injuries and the young guys stepping it up. Corey Julks is absolutely on fire. The kid from Friendswood, Texas, he went to Clearbrook High School. I can tell you, Eric, I got it right here. In his last, literally
16 games, he's 11 for 16, batting .688 in his past 4 games. He's batting .415 with 7 RBIs, 5 steals in his past 15 games. So this kid is on fire. This kid is saying, you want to trade me? Let me show you why you should not trade me.
Yeah, I don't, that's what's interesting about Corey Julks. Corey Julks, 27 years old, was unprotected for the Rule 5 draft. Nobody took him. 26-man roster. See, we had him on the show in spring training, and the conversation I had with him was about AAA. Nobody, even Corey Julks, had him on the 26-man. Boom, he gets put on the 26-man. He comes up, and they're like, oh, this kid should be in AAA. And what has he done? He has made doubters look really bad, and he has made his cheerleaders look really good. I mean, this kid coming out of the first pro baseball player out of Clearbrook High School, went to University of Houston, paid his dues, 45 home runs in the last 2 years at AAA. You absolutely love what he put together. And look, I mean, hitting .289 on the season, Eric, he's one of the best performing rookies offensively in all Major League Baseball. And you can't say, oh, it's because it's against the Royals. It's like he's doing it against legit competition. So just want y'all to know that this episode is brought to you by Game Time. Game Time is a great app. It's an experience unlike any other. Flash deals, last-minute ticket sales, easy to find, easy to buy tickets of every kind of event, images of your seats, lowest price guaranteed, event cancellation protection, job loss protection, and so much more. Forget planning months in advance for your tickets. Go to Game Time. Literally, I walked up to Minute Maid Park and purchased my ticket on Game Time. Last month, I didn't have a ticket. I wanted to go. I found a great seat. I literally found a seat behind the dugout about 20 rows up for less than $60 on the Game Time app. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. And if you look and you find a ticket in the same row in the same section, they'll credit you 110% back to your account. So Game Time puts more money back in your pocket. So check out Game Time today. Excellent tickets, excellent prices, lowest prices guaranteed. Check out Game Time today.
All right, if you can't make it out to the game today and you can't come to Hooters and watch the game with us, then go ahead and check it out on SiriusXM. First pitch is at 7:10, and you can listen to on SiriusXM with the SXM app. Just search Astros, and you hear all play-by-play call theirs. So we have a special guest in the house, Mark Drew.
We do.
You want to come over here real quick, Mark Drew?
Let's get Mark Drew in here. Everybody give Mark Drew a hand. Everybody in Hooters, give Mark Drew a hand. If y'all heard our banging intro with the sick beat in the background with the audio in there, this guy Mark Drew is a local artist. He helped us out with that intro. He did that. And Eric, if you would hand me that hat over there, I got something to give to Mark here on camera. This is Mark. This is for you.
I appreciate that.
It's a little lid. That's a little fire lid from New Era. That's for you because you created an intro that's cold as ice, man. Thank you so much, sir.
Man, I appreciate you, man. This is fire right here, man. I can't wait to. Oh man, look at that. That's hard.
So Mark, you came out with a song this year called "Ready to Rain."
Yes, sir.
And you are on a campaign right now to get the Houston Astros to play this song.
Trying to
at Minute Maid Park. Tell us about "Ready to Rain."
So "Ready to Rain" is it's going to be the theme song for this entire season. It kind of just like I make references to old players. Like if you're a real Astros fan, there's a lot of references like Milo Hamilton. And it really just is like a song to get the fans excited, embraces the spirit of Houston, spirit of the team, and we get it rocking.
That's right. And when you did the video shoot, you had BGO Bagwell, you had Mattress Mac, who they're giving away a bobblehead today. In his honor, and someone's like, wait, he sponsored his own bobblehead? I'm like, well, when you're Mattress Mac, you can do that, right?
That's right.
And so, Mark, tell me, you told me that you knew about the tower, sleeping in the tower idea before everybody else did.
Mm-hmm. The way he kind of presented it to me, so we're going to be doing some content here pretty soon, him and I. The way he presented it to me is almost sounded like a joke. And then I saw, as a matter of fact, you're the one who told me about it. I was like, oh, wait, that's for real. He's really doing it. So, yeah. He's out there. He's
a great guy. So you've been an Astros fan your whole life.
Yep.
You put together this intro for us. Tell us, you're a producer, you're an artist. Kind of give us your background.
So yeah, I'm an artist and producer from Houston. Kind of just always been a creative kid, and always just try to do everything to really just be myself. And I got a lot of love making music about the Astros, and here we are. We're just kind of trying to take advantage of everything that's been coming our way.
Because I first reached out to you last playoffs when I saw your song. I saw you did your, I believe it was a kind of a New York State of Mind.
Yeah, the Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, Empire State of Mind, where you kind of played on the people wanted us and they didn't really know what they were getting because the We Want Houston thing.
Uh-huh.
So 2023, let's talk our current Astros. This year's been tough.
It has been.
But what can you say about the character of this team?
So one, what I do like about like the situation that even though we are struggling, for the young players who are inexperienced or are trying to find their way in the big league and become like real big leaguers, and they are already. I think that there is something to be optimistic about to see like right now, middle of the season, you're being battle tested. So that way when October comes, this isn't like necessarily new to you. Of course, playoff baseball is its own thing, but they're not going in there like not knowing what to expect. They've already been through these like situations where backs against the wall, and they're getting that experience right now. So I do like that right now. And we're only 2 games out of first place. I'm not hitting the panic button at all.
No, not at all. Especially the way we took care of the Rangers 3 out of 4 with 3 rookie pitchers. Eric and I talked about that on the show. It was a great showing in Arlington.
Yeah.
And the fans showed up. I was jealous. I was like, why am I not there right now? But, we wanted to bring you on. I wanted to give you that hat. That was just a token of my appreciation. The amount of hours and stuff you put into your music and just every once in a while, you like to show some love to people. And since people kind of tend to compliment my hats on the show, I was like, you know what? I had this extra one because I remember I asked you,
that one right there.
You like this is the MVP from Big City Cap Zone, Steve-O, and my guy Job. Job mascot, he basically designs hats for them.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, this MVP came out July 4th weekend.
That's super tight.
Yeah, man. So check him out. Big City Cap Zone on Instagram. Check out him. It's Mark Drew HTX on Instagram.
Mark Drew HTX.
Yeah, man, check him out. Check out his music. You can go to Apple right now, download Ready to Rain. If you're going to the game tonight or this weekend, pop it in. The kids can listen to it. It's family friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to campaign I want to hear that song at Minute Maid Park. At some point this season, I want to hear it. Matter of fact, I'm just going to manifest it. It's going to happen with the help of the great people of Houston. With you guys, it's going to happen.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Bianca, yay or nay?
Okay. All right, so we're gonna continue the show. We may have some guests later on, but look, the roster has been kind of helter-kelter a little bit. We have had a lot of moving parts. We've used we have the third most usage of rookie pitchers to start games of anybody in the major leagues. This is a team that squarely has their eyes set on the prize of first place, not only AOS, but also a postseason run in an ALCS. You know, Eric, despite the Astros' struggles and what they've gone through, I still think that this team is poised. And I actually heard you. Eric was on the radio earlier in Central Texas. We're still fourth in the power rankings. Who would have thought that the Astros team without Altuve, without two of their five starting pitchers, now three of their six guys, without Yordan, would be ranked fourth? I don't think any other team can boast that kind of prowess to stay at the top despite the adversity we've hit.
Yeah, I think the Altuve injury is going to hurt them more than they know because he is their heart and soul. And I know Alvarez is the guy that drives in the most runs and he hits the big home runs and everything, but Altuve normally is the one who gets everything going. So I think that's going to be a big loss depending on how long he's out. I mean, they're not too worried about it,
right?
So they're just a little bit apprehensive about it. So we'll see how long he's out, but you've got to have somebody step up. We've seen Kyle Tucker, who was named to the All-Star team. I don't think we've actually talked about that yet. So he was named as an All-Star replacement for Mike Trout, who's out with a fractured hand. He had surgery on his hamate bone, so he's going to be out for I think it was for 8 weeks.
Yeah, I think they said the 1st of August is when.
Against the Astros, so we'll see what that means for the Astros down the road. But the key right now is you got to go after the Rangers, and to beat the Rangers, you got to go ahead and take care of the Mariners now. So, Bianca, do you want to come up?
What do I say?
All right, so I've got some tickets here. We've got some patrons here that are listening to our show live. And our first giveaway is going to be for the Jeremy Pena game day program. The second one will be for the bobblehead. The third one will be for the Crawford box tickets. All right, this is Bianca.
Hello, everybody.
Bianca's one of the waitresses here at Hooters. This is someone who will be serving you if you come to Pearland Hooters. Yes. Another great reason to be here. Megan, the manager, does phenomenal. I mean, look, everybody here, from the front of the store to the back of the store, the food is excellent. I mean, whenever we come here and eat, it's always fresh. I mean, it is top notch. So
10 out of 10.
So I guess being here at Hooters is kind of like choosing the Astros as your favorite team, right?
Oh, period. 100%.
I like that.
We
So
root Astros every day.
So who's your favorite Houston Astro?
I like Altuve.
Altuve, I like it. She's got the Altuve jersey. There you go. So yes, I think he's everybody's favorite, right?
I think so too. He's just a very special man.
And I kind of like his stature. He kind of makes you feel tall, right?
Yeah, he does.
I mean, for me, I'm only 5'8.5", so when I walk up to him, he's got to look up to me. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So here, why don't you pick the first ticket? This is for the Jeremy Pena game day program. Say their name real loud, and then we'll do the next two.
All right.
See, on live, if you're missing this, you should be here.
First
You got it. Go ahead.
Brian DeLuche.
Brian DeLuche, winner of the Jeremy Pena game day program. Brian DeLuche, come on down.
Brian DeLuche, are you here?
Is he here?
If you need Brian DeLuche,
Is he
you
here?
don't need to pick it if you're Brian DeLuche.
Yeah, if you're Brian DeLuche, we'll believe you. All right, Brian, here you go. Give him that game day program. Thank you, sir. All right, we got two more. Let's do one more. And again, we're doing this again at 6 o'clock. We're giving away more bobbleheads, and we're also giving away another pair of Astros tickets.
All right. Lucky winner number 2. Joe Cook.
Let me see.
Joe Cook.
Joe, Kukl.
He's coming.
He's coming. All right, Joe, Mr. Joe, Big Joe.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got give him the Yordan Alvarez bobblehead. Yes.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. And hey, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? Locked On Astros. All right, now this is for the big one. This is for the pair of Crawford box seats to July 24th versus the Rangers.
Alex Rodriguez.
Hey, Alex Rodriguez. All right. So, Alex, this is what you got to do. You need to give Eric your email address. Actually, here, put it in my phone. And then what I'm going to do, you have to have the MLB Ballpark app, okay? And I will forward those tickets to you when we are done with the show. So there you go, man. You're going to Crawford box seats, section 100, seat like row 5, 2-end seats. A lot of home runs go over there. So and also, man, if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, man, Locked On Astros. All right, congratulations, go Astros!
Yay, winners!
So tell me, how long have you worked here?
I have worked here since January.
So you're new. This is your first year.
Newish, yeah.
Okay,
I'm already a bartender, trainer.
there you go. I like it.
All that, yeah.
So you're moving up.
I am.
So you'll be managing one of these things in no time, right?
Maybe I'll be like Megan one day.
Hey, Megan's great. So
Megan's amazing.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your
So why
help.
should Astros fans come here?
Oh, yeah.
Astros fans should come to Hooters Pearland because we're the #1 Hooters in Texas and we love Astros.
There you go. All right. So come see us. We got a live show at 6 o'clock. We got more prizes. If y'all are sticking around for the game when the game starts later on, the more the merrier. If you want to leave and come back, you can do that. Eric, this is a great place. I wish y'all could see the restaurant. It's skylit. It's bright. I mean, even yesterday when it was raining, we were here checking the sound. It was still pretty good. Hooters makes you happy, right? I mean, who doesn't want to come here and hang out? So make sure you know that each week, Monday through Friday, they have specials. They have happy hour 2 to 7 every day. And then they also have happy hour 10 to close at all their locations. In our second live show, I'm going to talk to y'all more about this, but there is a local distillery known as Gentle Ben's, highest craft, softest sip in all of Texas. They are out of Alvin. And one of their managers is here. Josh Smith is here hanging out with us. So Gentle Ben's is a local establishment. You'll have to check them out. He was showing me some of their cool process that they use to distill and to make they've got a great craft. They're also doing a tasting here tonight. So make sure y'all get a hold of some Gentle Ben's while you're here.
Definitely. And so, this is a great place to just grab some food right before you go to the game or watch the game if you don't have cable at home, or you just can't watch the game, or you can listen to Sirius XM. Just go ahead and catch every pitch.
So this Friday, 7:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, catch every pitch of the Hometown Astros broadcast on the Sirius XM app. Search Astros on SXM. Make sure you listen to Sparky and Ford there.
Right. So definitely let's get back to yesterday's game before we kind of turn the page to today's game. So Blanco did pitch 6 innings. He only allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. That was a career high. He did allow the 2 home runs. His ERA is now 4.70. I saw a lot of people on Twitter basically saying that he's a trash pitcher. That was a terrible start. But you can't really discount what he did in that performance. This was his first start back, and that was a quality start. Only 3 hits, 3 runs. That was a good outing. The only bad thing is he's a fly ball pitcher. He gives up 50% fly balls. So a lot of those fly balls are going to go for home runs. A lot of times that's a bad thing about being a fly ball pitcher. But if you're looking at who else is a fly ball pitcher, that's Christian Javier.
That's right.
And Christian Javier has been dealing with that fatigue recently, and that's why they went ahead and skipped the start. I believe that he's going to be available for maybe the Saturday game or something like that. But we don't really know exactly if he's going to pitch again before the All-Star break. He's definitely not going to start. But fatigue is something that the Astros are admitting that this is the most he's ever pitched, consistently as a starter. And so we'll have to see how this affects him down the road, because this is the beginning and midpoint of the season. He's already suffered from that fatigue.
Well, I'm glad you addressed the whole thing, because, part of the problem with modern fandom is, social media kind of gives you anonymity and allows anyone to pretty much say anything they want, right? Well, for someone to watch baseball and intelligibly feel like they said that Ronel Blanco had a bad start clearly doesn't know ball. 9 strikeouts, the 2 home runs, I believe, were solo shots. He only gave up 3 runs. This is a rookie pitcher that's already been up and down more than once. To call that a bad start and completely ignore the offense, sputtering out of the gates outside of, Julks and 1 or 2 other players. Drink. Yes. And so I just look, I get it. This is probably the same crowd we deal with when they say I'm the leader of the Astros cult because I cheer for Martin Maldonado. Why do you not want your players to do good, right? I think, and hey, let's go and talk about this Chas thing, okay?
Okay.
The Chas swats or the Chas slap. Look, Chas reached out and grabbed he grabbed the arm or tried to knock the ball out of the hand of the first baseman. Now
it was Bush League. I'm going to admit it was Bush
League. No.
Something that was very stupid. He's going to get beamed tonight.
It was Bush League. He's probably going to wear a fastball tonight, probably in the shoulders, hopefully in the hips. But the gross overreaction, it's like people are looking for something to be upset at, and then all the opposing fan bases, the Astros are always cheating. Just give it a rest. Chas didn't alter the game. He didn't injure the guy. Yeah, it wasn't Bush League, yeah. But do I really care? I could give 2 you-know-whats about Chas reaching out and hitting the guy on the arm. I think in the moment he did it, thought it was, I don't know, maybe he thought he was being funny or playing tag. Look, maybe he's just playing tag. Maybe he misses the good old days of recess. He just wanted to tag the Mariners player. Maybe the Mariners player.
He wanted him to drop the ball.
I don't know, but maybe hey, I want to be the victim here. What if the Mariners player says something about his mom? What if he said he was ugly? I mean, look, in all seriousness, I just love how the outrage, purveyors love to be outraged about something and love to be upset about something. I thought it was a whole lot to do about not a whole lot, and making a mountain out of a molehill. So the guy didn't get hurt. If he gets hurt, yeah. Look, if it was someone else doing it to our guy, yeah, I might be upset. But tonight, I really hope that we see, because Diaz is back at DH again tonight, right?
Yes. Martin Maldonado is catching like he always does, and we can if we want. So we got a sample of the gentle bend, so let's go try it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's great.
It's very smooth. I like that. Y'all got to get y'all some gentle bends. Amazing stuff. It's smooth, and it's unlike any other. So thank y'all.
Yes. So Yainer Diaz was 2 for 4, and it's amazing how much better he does when he plays catcher versus when he's a DH. But that's something that Dusty Baker is just not going to go off of. And Jones, of course, had a 3-hit night like yesterday, and he's up to 289 with a 751 OPS.
And the thing with Julks, Eric, what I like is his walk rate has gone up and his strikeout rate's gone down. I mean, he is exercising some great discipline at the plate. Again, local kid, love it.
I know, and we can't just forget about George Kirby. He pitched a great game yesterday, 6 2/3 innings. He did allow 6 hits, and the Astros just couldn't do anything against them. And yes, you can say, well, you're missing a lot of your key bats, but you're going to be missing a lot of key bats. You can't keep on falling on that sword and make that excuse. You got to find ways to score runs, and that starts tonight. And we got a tough cookie tonight. It's going to be Luis Castillo versus it's going to be Hunter Brown.
Hunter Brown, that's right.
So this is going to be the Astros have handled him in the past, but also it's been something where it's kind of either feast or famine with him.
Yeah, I think Hunter Brown, he's been a little up and down. Look, he's a rookie, 103 strikeouts. You can't hate that for sure. His ERA, I still think, is around league average. Look, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but ERA is up across the board. The Major League Baseball has done their job. They wanted to create more offense. Right. They've done that with the pitch clock, with the different rules, with the challenging, with the pitcher taking too long, the batter taking too long. It really has altered the game. And if they want more offense, they're actually getting more offense. Eric, I know this isn't on the docket, and I don't know how much is going to be made of it, but have you seen the random tweets about the Braves getting hits when there's whistles and there's silence when there's
fastball?
There's
a girl screaming, like there's a girl in the background yelling, and they've hacked the pitch collar or something.
Well, I saw that and I was like, yes, finally somebody else. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Braves are. It's just look.
I'm not going to say, ooh, somebody else is cheating.
No, I'm not going to say.
Move on from 2017, guys.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny because the day and age that we live in, and the reason why I bring this up is because I was talking to a Mariners fan about this. It seems like whenever a team does good, people are like, oh, well, you must be cheating. And the Braves are just hitting out of their mind. My preseason World Series was the Astros versus Mets. Well, the Mets are clearly out of it. I mean, Steve Cohen spent all that money to be average. To me, it looks like the Braves out of the National League right now. I don't see anybody touching them. And wouldn't it be great for the Astros to get healthy, the Astros to get hot, to get to the playoffs, to make it back to the World Series, and get revenge on the Atlanta Braves?
Yeah, that'd be cool. But the Braves, they have 8 players in the All-Star team. They have their entire infield, and so they're a good team. And the Astros, I saw a lot of people on Twitter also blaming Dana Brown for not having a left-handed bat on the bench and stuff. And Dana Brown hasn't had a chance to do anything yet. So.
That's not Dana Brown's fault. That's the Astros' lack of organizational depth.
Yeah, and they didn't have a GM this offseason. So I think that's something that Dana Brown's going to have to address at the trade deadline. They need some veteran leadership off the bench. They need to fill some holes. And the problem is they don't have a lot of minor league talent to do that without totally depleting the farm system. So
right.
Dana Brown's got to be creative. And unfortunately, that might mean you have to trade somebody like Chas McCormick. And Chas McCormick has a lot of trade value. And I don't want to see him go, but that's something that we might have to see, and we can talk about that a little bit later in the next show. We may do it around 6 o'clock or 6:20, depending on what time we're going to eat, because I'm hungry. I need to get me some wings and have a couple drinks as well before the game. But I'm excited about this game tonight. We'll do a pre-game show at 6:20. And don't forget that if you can't watch it, go ahead and listen to it. Catch every pitch of the Astros hometown broadcast with SiriusXM on the SXM app. Just search Astros, and it's going to be an exciting matchup. Luis Castillo versus Hunter Brown tonight. And Brett, you got any closing words? No,
just I'm excited about getting to the All-Star break. I'm excited about our guys getting healthy, and I just think for the rest of the season, you're going to see this team is going to light it up. They are going to do an excellent job. No matter what happens, no matter what comes our way, we are battle tested. I'm H-Town Wellhouse with Locked On Astros. He's Eric Huysman. Find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become an everydayer. And thank you. Remember, we're your team every day.
Every day. Go Astros.
Maldy's catching again?
He's always catching. He's always going to be catching.
It's okay, Maldy. We still love you.
Retired and still catching.
We love Maldy.